Previously on Love and Crawfish.
What's up, y'all? This little sis with it. What it's in for. Today is October 22nd, 2019, and we are about to mail off our DNA testing, right? What? What? Oh, Lord, my Jesus. That's all. So, yeah, we got the results, babe. Yeah, so we are sisters.
So now let's get into Supa allegedly having low self-esteem and dating men she has to take care of, Lou using her, and his new girlfriend. It was some guy named Get Him who she used to deal with, who she allegedly met through Lou because him and Lou was in jail together when Lou allegedly had a prison husband. But one of my BBs said that she met Lou through her ex-best friend Slim Stunner.
It wasn't even that. Just to anybody, my baby is not for Lou. Lou is not my child's father.
How did you meet your new dude, and when did you meet?
He slid in my DM.
Oh. When you switch from one person to the next, does it have to be a layover or it's a transition?
It was like a transition. Like this one, me and Get Him been broke up. A lot of people ain't know. Me and Get Him been broke up. So
into this new girlfriend girl. Receipts on screen now. Well, looky. Louie has a new cookie. Asked her, was she dating Lou? And she said it wasn't her. It was another girl with the same name. A lean T girl. Girl, it's this love triangle between somebody named Buck, Charlie, and Roe. Or I can get into Judy being married to a woman named Rebecca, and she allegedly left her in debt after she blew up off of the Miracle Drops. People are saying is nothing but baby oil. Or how these people in New Orleans, girl, be sleeping with each other. Girl, they all know each other, and they sexing, girl. Girl, all of them are sexing, girl. It's so much other juice I can get into. But that's going to be on the next episode of Love and Crawfish.
When I bounce out, I'ma flex up. When she touch down, we gon' chest bump. See me in the town, like he next up. I talk to God every day, man, I'm blessed up. I'm blessed up. I'm blessed up. Seen the city in a drought, so I stepped up. I'ma make these people proud and respect us. I talk to God every day, man, I'm blessed up.
Hello, my beautifully broken people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning or night, whichever one it is for you. If you're new here, welcome home. Please remember, most Fridays I share one of your videos to show my appreciation. So please be sure to like or dislike, comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell. On today's episode of Love and Crawfish, we will be closing a chapter on Supa and opening a chapter on Tony Green and Youngin. We will be also discussing what the series is about and why I'm choosing to speak on some of the New Orleans social media personalities in another episode instead of this one. With that being said, let's get into it.
My head to be hurting right here and right here, just like aching, pounding. And what did he say it was? A petrol gland. So some about thyroid.
Go nowhere. I need you to go to jail, bitch. Do something stupid so I can send you to jail. I ain't going nowhere. Look at this bitch on top of my car. Look at this dude. Why are you doing all this? Look at this bitch on top of my car. Just look at him. Look at this dude.
So before I explain what this series will be about, please be sure to pay attention to the text on your screen throughout the video, because it may have receipts or important information I didn't address during my commentary. If you do not enjoy my commentary and just want to get straight to the juice, there will be a list of timestamps in the comment section below. Doors over there, Pooh. So this series will include people who are from or live in New Orleans. They are all social media personalities or friends of social media personalities. These people are all connected with one another. This series will cover the supernatural stuff that happens in New Orleans. It will cover the beef they have with one another. It will also cover how most of them slept or are sleeping with one another. It will cover some of the scams they are involved in and how some of the men are allegedly on a DL. And of course, it will cover the love and lies. So you guys know that I made a few videos on Supa regarding her health and her relationship and more. It left us with some answers and some questions. Recently, Supa was hospitalized again. Warning before I play you guys this video, there are some noises that were made in the background. It wasn't from me, and I couldn't take the noise out. The source of this video is from the person you see on your screen, and if you guys would like to watch the video in full, I will have it linked in the description box.
So you need this medicine to keep your blood pressure up. Okay. It looks like there was no other contributing factor, like there's no signs of infection or anything. Okay. How were you diagnosed with epilepsy?
It was in June. I had my baby in March, and June, right in June, I don't really remember how I even got to the hospital in June. I just know I went and I was in the hospital for like 3 weeks.
And this was after you had your baby or before?
Yes, sir.
After.
Are you?
Good. You're looking more lively.
Yes.
Okay.
So, so what we found so far, it sounds like your pituitary wasn't producing enough hormones to support you. That's why you were losing weight and fatigue, didn't have menstrual cycles. You weren't even lactating, right?
No.
Yeah. So those are all like signs that your pituitary wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, what made it not work?
Right.
And we don't know yet. The MRI didn't show anything new, any worsening, nothing crazy. So we don't have an answer for you yet. Regardless, the treatment stays the same. The medication to help support your thyroid and the steroids to help, keep your blood pressure up and give you all the energy. So the treatment doesn't change. It's just that we don't have a clear answer like this caused it.
All right.
Did you? I know I asked you this already, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but so your pregnancy the delivery was fine, no problem. They didn't have to hang blood. They didn't have to do anything like that. Okay. Over the last 6 months, of course after your pregnancy, did you experience any kind of motor vehicle accident where there was any trauma or anything that you might have hit your head on anything that you can tell? No? Okay. All right.
So here's the P word that the doctors was talking about. I'm not going to say it because you guys know I can't talk. And before you start losing it, saying it doesn't make sense and people put a spell on her, please do your research. Also, before I say this, and I'm not saying that this is what happened to Supa, and I usually don't tell my personal business because some people are so damn evil in the comments, and it also opens doors for people like me and not like me to have opinions and comments. But Haya got me, so I don't care what your demons got to say. I only care about my BBs. Anyway, my mother has Graves' disease and thyroid disease, and she lost over 100 pounds in a short amount of time and fell into a coma almost 2 years ago. The doctor called me saying that my mother was in the ICU on a life machine and she was brain dead and all her organs started to attack one another. And because I was her proxy, they wanted me to make the decision to pull the plug or not. I spent 7 days in the hospital monitoring what medications they gave her and how they treated her. The first 3 days, these people didn't even offer me a chair, a drink, a cup of ice. And before I say this, just know I did it for a reason. So I pinched the living HE double hockey sticks out of my mother's legs and took my knuckles and rubbed them really, really hard at her collarbone and whispered in her ear to get up. Once I did that, she jerked her arm, and they finally had a brain doctor come see her again. Because in the beginning, the doctors just wrote her off as brain dead. They didn't even let a brain surgeon or whatever that person's name is, their title, they didn't even have them come see my mother first before they told me that she was brain dead. She also had a few surgeries, and needless to say, on that 7th day, my mother was wide awake talking shit. So, and okay, so here's the thing. They couldn't explain what caused all of this, and they just kept saying something about her hormones and her control center, and they were using that word, that P word, pituitary. I said I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it. And they also found out something about her heart. But still to this day, they can't tell us exactly what happened. She also had a seizure in the hospital right before she fell into a coma. I'm bringing this up because it reminds me of what happened to Supa and what she's going through. So can we please stop being so ignorant and saying that Lou is the reason why she's in the hospital and this person and that person put a spell on this woman? I mean, trust me, I do know that some of that stuff happens in New Orleans, but I really don't think that's what's happening to Supa. So when me and one of my T-Spies was reviewing the footage, when Supa was talking to the doctor, she was like, I wonder if Supa told him about the surgery she had, because although there wasn't any trauma to her head, I'm sure there was some type of bruising she went through after surgery. So, I mean, I don't know about that, but that's the point that one of my T-Spies brought up. And also what stood out to me was that when he asked her, was there any complications giving birth or after she had Leah? And I do remember her posting something about Leah causing her to have weight loss. And she also said Leah gave her epilepsy, but in this live, she said that she was just joking. Now, let's get into some of the hypocrisy I noticed with Supa in this video. She spoke about how people are so unprofessional at work and people are cursing, and she said she could never do that stuff because she's so polite. Now, Supergirl, social media is a part of your job, okay? And we have saw you be more than rude, girl. I mean, girl, you not so polite, girl. Okay, I'm just saying, girl, the receipt's up on the screen, okay? So she also said that she doesn't understand how people feel comfortable speaking on her relationship or saying the things that they say about her and Lou. Well, maybe it's because you put out information like him making fun of your seizures, or you telling your supporters that he doesn't care about you when you get upset with him. So that's probably why people feel okay commenting on it, girl. And how you gonna go from don't tell me what to put on social media to being upset when someone has an opinion about what you put out there? Then you said, I don't need your advice. I don't need people to tell me anything. Then you switched and went to, oh, I tell my followers these things because maybe they know something I don't know and they can give me advice. Like, Supergirl, make it make sense, girl. Anyway, all in all, I hope Supa remains healthy and happy and successful, and I wish her nothing but the best. So now we're going to open a chapter on Tony Green, age 27, and he is from New York, but now lives in NOLA, and 27-year-old Youngin Williams, who is from Port Allen, Louisiana. Now, I told y'all, everyone I'll speak about in this series is connected in some way, and Mr. Youngin is connected with Shaky. Shaky has this series on his channel called Prison Stories, and he talks about people he had relations with in prison, among other things. Youngin happens to be one of those guys he had relations with. Girl, sidebar, this picture gives me very much, shh, don't tell nobody I'm a butt burglar. Girl, I'm joking. Relax. I hope Youngin doesn't come for me because he gives me very much Diablo, girl. Anyway, Youngin has been in a relationship with Tony Green for over 5 years, and he has spent most of those 5 years in and out of jail. And it's because he can't keep his hands to himself.
Baby, y'all hoes act like a bitch dead or something. Bitch, I'm okay. This ain't my first motherfucking black eye. Come on, did you give Youngin some money to go get you something for Valentine's Day? Y'all hoes don't do no but talk shit. He got my shit.
Y'all so bullshit. She don't be giving me nothing. Y'all just be want to know all the nigga business, man. Y'all need to stay out of nigga business, man. Nigga getting money.
So somebody stalking him. Bitch, ain't nobody stalking your stank ass. Bitch, stalking you for what, bitch? You ain't got shit to give me. You don't do shit for me. You don't pay no bills at my shit, nigga. At all. Bitch, you never lay up in that bitch, suck up lights, water, and food. Bitch, you don't even get no food stamps, bitch. You don't give Tony nothing. So as far as me stalk you for what, bitch? You don't give me shit. I'm the breadwinner of this relationship, bitch. Changed it. So somebody stalking him. Bitch, ain't nobody stalking your stank ass, bitch. Stalking you for what, bitch? What he at, man? Don't sit up there looking stupid. What he ate? Youngin. So what he left? So you don't know if he gone tonight. So you don't know if he in there tonight. So somebody stalking him. Bitch, ain't nobody stalking your stank ass, bitch. Stalking you for what, bitch? No way, I need you to go to jail, bitch. Do something stupid so I can send you to jail. I ain't going nowhere. Walk through the door, that bitch is ready for me. Nah. That bitch pushed me down the stairs. I sprung both of my wrists. He did what now? I hit my face right here on the I hit my face on the tip of the stairs, girl, cut my eye open right here. Bitch, don't do nothing, you can't take it back. You stayed away from home, so I stayed away from home. So, bitch, we thugging. Let's thug.
This bitch sitting up there laughing. Girl, I'm activating all my Pokemon balls for this hoe right now. I'm collecting, okay?
Well, yeah, that bitch stayed away from home and got mad and couldn't take it and punched me in my eye and knocked me down the steps. Don't you want me to turn the live on? Your face. Oh, bitch. Girl, you ain't going back to jail. The police looking for him. The police is looking for him. I ain't worried about him, girl. Oh, you know, we goes through this. We do this. He must have been ready for another vacation.
A few moments later.
No younger did not hit me. Everybody want to know no younger did not hit me. I fell and hit my face on the tip of my steps. I fell down my steps and fractured my wrist. I did fall. Bitch, you know how tall my steps is, bitch? What she said? Y'all both men, why are you letting him beat on you? He didn't beat on me. Who the fuck is this? That's why I say y'all don't even be listening, bitch. He didn't beat on me. I fell down the steps. I fractured my wrist trying to break my fall. Y'all listening too hard. Don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Oh no, girl. We heard what we heard. And what we heard was he punched you in the eye and threw you down the stairs.
Now he pushed me, but believe one thing, bitch, if the other would hit me, this eye be closed up, bitch. That bitch should be black and it'll be closed up. It's a cut from the thing on the tip of the steps. My shit'll be closed if the other would hit me, believe me.
Girl, the hills has eyes, and that eye on your face is telling no lies.
Bitch, you a lie. You just said y'all do this. We do this. We was fighting. We was fighting. Well, he pushed me, and I slipped and fell down the steps. I don't have to lie or nothing like that. Bitch, if that bitch would hit me, believe one thing, he'll be in the parish. No.
Girl, he's giving me all the D words. Dumb, dummy, denial, deceit, deception.
Weird. Let me block her. Who to see if they said that weird, which is, you said he pushed you down the steps. It was a push, a shove, a shrug. He not going to jail. Why would he go to jail? The police not looking for him. I didn't call no police on him. This was a mistake. If Younger would have punched me with his fist, all y'all done seen his work before. This eye would be closed up. That bitch be like that, and it'll be way out here.
The girl say, damn, he did it, beat your ass again.
If Younger would have jumped on me, he sure wouldn't be up in my car.
What you saying? Look like some bitch you want.
That's why I'm saying, bitch, you done seen Younger black eyes before, bitch. If this was a black eye, that bitch would be black and it'll be closed and bent up, bitch. Like this one was. This one of Younger black eyes. This all look. Bitch, you see this cut? I had to get motherfucking 17 stitches from here to here and all.
I was asleep. I woke
17 stitches from here to here, bitch, and all this was black and closed up, bitch.
But it was.
This ain't no black eye, bitch. This basically puss.
Huge child. This is not the ghetto, okay? This is beyond the ghetto. Girl, where's the therapist? Scratch that, girl. Where is the psychiatrist? Because he don't need no milk, girl. He need medication.
And why would y'all fight? What was the thing?
We was not fighting.
Okay.
I told you I stayed away from home.
Oh, yeah.
When I tried to
did it first and you did it second.
What happened was when I stayed away from home, I came back.
He had came out the door so fast, the bitch had some clothes picked up for me. How about some ghost bitch to take a bath, because I was about to come up in there and take a bath. He had the clothes picked up. And so he threw the clothes at me, like shoved them to me. And I didn't know what it was he was throwing at me. And my stupid scary ass, I slipped down the steps.
I can't leave him alone. Bitch won't let me leave him alone.
Okay, so now let's talk, and let me be very clear. DV isn't funny, it's extremely real. So please don't think that I'm making light of the situation. And if you're dealing with DV, I want you to know that you are special, you are needed, you are wanted, you are loved. There's always a way out, especially when you're mentally prepared. And if you aren't, I will have some links in my description box that may or may not help you. And if you ever need someone to talk to, my contact information will be in there as well. So now let's go over some of the information I found out about Tony, other than he thinks getting beat on is funny and okay. He seems to be about his money. He's allegedly involved in insurance scam, housing scams, car scams, stealing scams, scams. Girl, he scams more than Janita the scammer, okay? Shanita the scammer.
With your police ass, bitch. You police ass, bitch.
But Tony always makes it clear he only steals from the stores, not people. Girl, I can't make this ish up if I wanted to. Anyway, he enjoys good food, and he enjoys also being in a bunch of mess, whether it's on the internet or in real life. I watch him expose someone's you-know-what status and so much more. He mostly surrounds himself with toxic people. They use him, steal from him, and they all talk about each other, girl. It's just a bunch of mess. So in early 2018, Tony was dating a female named Reno, I believe her name was, right before Youngin came home from his 50-11 vacation. And to me, Tony seemed happier than he was when he was with Youngin, but you never can tell when you're on the outside looking in. But Tony never put anything negative about their relationship on the internet while she was dating Reno. Now back to his more than toxic relationship with Youngin. I just don't see what he sees in that man or why he continues to put up with his mess, other than the fact that Youngin isn't afraid or ashamed to date him publicly. I mean, for one, he says Youngin has mental problems, which is clear. For two, he puts his hands on him every other day. I mean, one of their fights was over having relations, which is beyond me. For three, he's the breadwinner. Y'all heard him say Youngin doesn't even have food stamps, which is extremely funny and very sad at the same time. And he looks like a walking black and mild. Like, it has the audacity to cheat on him. Like, Tony, what do you see in this man, girl? I mean, girl, I was about to say something else, but I'm going to just keep my mouth closed. I mean, every time I watch one of his lives, I just pray for him. Anyway, that wraps up Love and Crawfish, episode 2. Please be sure to leave your necessary opinions in the comment section below, and I'll see you hoes later. Bye!
Clear it out. Girl, clear it out.
Come on. Do it, baby, take it, baby. Do it, baby, take it, baby. Do it, baby, take it.